Hello, Queen Creek. Welcome to another episode of 2020 Ice Cream Social. My name is Randy Brice. I'm your brand new police chief. Just a little bit about myself. I come to you from, I'm an Arizona native, grew up in the area, and been in law enforcement for going on 29 years. Very excited to be here. This is literally day 4 for me. So it has been a whirlwind, but very excited to be here. When we talk about the Queen Creek Police Department, I hope everybody's excited. There's a lot of things coming up that we're going to be doing, but we are out here at Fruitlandia, so please come by, support them. They're a wonderful, wonderful business here right in Queen Creek at Ellsworth and Ocotillo. So, get a little bit about me as far as what I'm doing here. The whole idea is that we're getting ready to launch the brand new Queen Creek Police Department. It's going to take a few months, 18 to be exact. And we're looking to do a lot of things in a short amount of time. So be prepared for lots of updates from us, a lot of information flowing to you. Really, what the key thing is that I want to talk about today is what the Queen Creek Police Department is all about. Our vision really is going to be about connection and partnership with the community, with the businesses, with the faith-based organizations, all of the folks that are involved here in the community. We want to be a part of the community and be connected with you at all times. So be prepared. We're going to have a lot of things to talk about. Our priorities really right now are getting some of the basic things together that a police department needs to have. And when you look at my list, you would be very surprised. It's very long, but there's so many things to do, whether it's computer systems, hardware, police uniforms, everything under the sun. We've got to start from scratch. So we're looking for lots of great input from the public. We'll be reaching out to you about a lot of those things. We anticipate this transition will take, again, like I said, 18 months, but there'll be stages that we'll announce to everyone. Just a kind of a shout out for those that are interested in being part of this department. We're going to start our hiring process sometime early next year. We're going to be putting information out, and then the actual hiring will probably start late spring, early summer of next year, and then we'll be live in January 2022. So the one big, most important thing during this transition I want everybody to understand is I'm here to answer questions and be a part of what we're doing, but any actual law enforcement activities will still be covered by the Sheriff's Office. We're going to be great partners with them as we transition here and look for ways to continue to make sure that we're giving the best service to the town of Queen Creek possible. But for any needs, your everyday law enforcement needs, emergencies, 911, we'll continue to go through the Sheriff's Office for the next 18 plus months, and we'll make sure that everybody knows when those important transitions will occur. So we don't have any questions yet, so we're going to just keep on going here. A little bit more about the transition that maybe is interesting. There are going to be a lot of things that will, we have an adequate budget to buy these things, but there's things sometimes take a long time. So just a couple of examples. To get police cars these days and to get them upfitted and ready to go, sometimes can take more than a year. So that's why we're going to be starting right now to get those things in place, get that out to you, get some input as we start to design these things. There's going to be a whole campaign about logos and branding that we're going to be putting out here shortly. So pay attention to all the social media channels. A lot of information is going to come out through that. I'm going to be giving you weekly updates through Nextdoor at a minimum. But as we start to hit some important things, we'll be putting out those through the various platforms just to get a little more attention when it's a really big or important landmark or I can't even think of the word I want to use, but the different things that pop out. So watch all the handles from the town, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and the website itself. More information will be coming out from there. Again, make sure that you're sending any special requests or needs through the right channels, but any really law enforcement situations need to be sent through the Sheriff's Office. We do have one question, so let's see what that is.
Yeah, looks like we do have one question coming in, Chief Brice. It's from Ashley. She's asking, can you tell us more about your vision with community policing?
Sure. Really, as we think about all the things going on in the nation today, and especially locally, we want to make sure that we are connected to the community. So part of, as I mentioned, with my vision overall is out being partnerships. And the way that we're looking at law enforcement really should be a co-production. We'll never have enough law enforcement officers to be everywhere all the time. And what we really need is to have the community involved in so many different ways, whether that's just general feedback, keeping an eye on your neighborhood, block watches. There's just going to be so many things to come. the biggest thing that we want to make sure that you understand is we'll be listening to what you want, what you need, and responding to those important issues. We have another question.
Yes, Chief Brice, we do. So it looks like more people are starting to tune in and ask some questions here. So we have Tina. Tina, you did not log on too late. She is wondering, how big will the police force be?
Sure. So there's a lot of factors that go into the size of the departments, and we look at a lot of data. So I will tell you that the police department is very data-driven. Population and distances and all those things go into play, but what we're really looking at is the data as we start to staff. So right now, based on what we know from the Sheriff's Office information, is that we'll be rating somewhere between 50 and 60 sworn police officers to start with, along with support staff and some supervisory and command positions. But what will be important as we move through the next few years is that we respond quickly to those changes or patterns so that we can staff appropriately. Another question.
So what was the sticker that you were wearing?
So the sticker that just flew away, if you weren't watching, is just a reminder, a shout out to, because it is so important to law enforcement and all the different municipal services that you receive here in Queen Creek, is that you get your census done. So please, a shout out for the police department. Please complete your 2020 census. We want to make sure that everybody's counted so that the proper funding and information is available for us to do what we need to do here in the town. We have another question? Nope. All right. We have a few more minutes if you guys want to jump on, ask some questions. But if for some reason you missed this, please watch it again. It'll be posted out there on YouTube and through the social media channels. But you can certainly ask questions even after this. So send us your information, send us your questions. We're listening on all the different channels. I'll be available to respond to those along with my team here. And just keep in mind that as we move forward, we'll get lots of information out there, and we're really excited about moving forward. Okay, I don't think there's any more questions, so we're going to wrap up this episode. Hey, so a reminder, Landy, we're out here, and please come out and support them. Great place. I actually started a little early, so I apologize, and I did get a pina colada. It is not alcoholic, so I won't be driving while drinking. So great flavors out here. Come out and support us. And I think we do have another question before I close.
Absolutely. So Chris is asking, how can we submit questions or ideas in the future? So if maybe you want to reiterate that piece that you covered.
Sure. So as I mentioned, please go to the town's main webpage. It's a great place to just find all the different links, but we're listening on all the channels. They're not necessarily monitored 24/7. It isn't immediate, but Twitter, on our queencreek.org. And there's a lot of, there is an actual website for Queen Creek Police Department. You can find the link on the Queen Creek website. So that will go directly to me and my team. And QCPD is the link. So please submit all your questions to us. And we have another question.
Hey, Chief Brice, I know that you're also going to be using one platform in particular, Nextdoor. Do you want to talk a little bit about that again, too?
Sure. So Nextdoor, for those that are not yet signed up on that, please do. It's a great way to connect with the people in your community. The great thing about the Nextdoor platform is that it targets each community specifically. So we can send out messages that are specifically for your neighborhood and your issues, but we can also blast it out to everybody that's signed up to the town. But yes, please sign up Nextdoor. Great platform. All right. I think that'll be it. So let's be signing off again. Thanks for joining us for the Ice Cream Social this year, and we appreciate all your support.